salty.
An affront to nature, probably.
Salty toothpaste with pineapple. That's how I would describe it.
Mint chocolate chip flavor.
It's no,
No,
that's
thank you.
fine.
But some people are eating it. Hi everyone, and welcome to a theme party. My name is Philip.
I told you not to go live while I was still eating.
Oh, I said
Sorry,
I gave you guys
sorry.
good warning.
Let's go offline. We'll wait till Millie's
Wait, should I go on the break? Should I go to the break screen?
No, it's fine.
I said anything could happen now.
Yeah.
It's I gotta catch a weird comment, and Pierce was talking about pineapple.
Yeah, we'll
flavored,
never disclose what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. Let's say it tastes like pineapple, and Sophia.
Salty toothpaste with
Sophia, in a
pineapple.
friendly way, Millie would like to know what you're eating. In a way of
pasta that. Oh, my roommate made really yummy homemade pasta sauce and stuff, and just eating that.
Very cool.
So.
And then when
you did a great job. Shout out to the roommate.
And when you were getting it, we were just eating up that picture of Ben Barnes behind you. From is that from Shadow and Bone?
Yes, of course. It's a signed poster when I met him.
Oh wow. Maybe
and the cast. It's a full cast signed photo that I
Very
met
cool.
when I met the cast.
I was walking on the picket line with I think the script coordinator for that show, and I was.
Oh, nice.
She said, "Oh, I work on Shadow and Bone." I was like, "Oh, I just finished watching that," and I was like, "Let me see if I can list all the characters," and I said, "Main girl, farm boy, Top Hat Kane, Top Hat Gun, assassin girl." I went through. Mean redhead, redhead who's in love with the Viking who's in love with the redhead, and Ben Barnes. That's how I listed the characters, and she really I think she thought that part was funny.
It is funny, Philip, but it also still hurts my soul because it's one of my one of my favorite series ever, and also one of my favorite books ever. So just but the best part is that my brain associated every single one. I knew exactly
I watched
what
the
you were
show.
Yeah.
And this really just goes to the idea that when you watch these things, I don't know the name of anyone from any TV show until I'm watching it. While I'm watching it, they're referencing it. I'm like, "Yup, I know who that is. I'm here. I'm on board." And then it's gone, and I'm like, "I don't know what I don't."
Oh yeah.
I could not tell you.
The memory I used to have as an encyclopedic film nerd is dead. It's dead now, and now I'm just like, "Oh, it's this person."
Yeah,
the person.
Unless it's a Star Wars show, and I do know them all. But yeah.
That's different. That's a very
I just make up my own
out of
names.
my brain.
That's fine. Well, that's what I did for this. And this show's tricky though, because it's Top Hat Kane, Top Hat Gun, Top Hat Gun's boyfriend.
But it's not Top Hat Kane. It's Fedora Kane.
It's Top Hat. It's close.
No,
enough.
it's a fedora. It's not a top hat. It's not a top hat.
But this girl told me that those people weren't even supposed to be in this because they're from different books.
Yeah, they're from a different book series in the same universe, which is my favorite book of all time.
And I don't. You know what character I don't like? Farm Boy, or Soldier Boy, whatever he is. I hate
no, we don't like him. We're not Team Farm Boy.
She said he was a fuck boy, and I was like, "Oh, cool. I picked the right side on this." But to me, the joke is that you say a bunch of descriptions, and then the one actor who has been in other stuff you refer to by their name.
Ben Barnes.
And Ben Barnes.
Well, and it's
and
Ben
Zoe
Barnes.
Wanamaker, I guess you could also say. So anyway, thank you all for tuning in to Theme Party, and our Shadow and Bone fan cast, which I guess for whatever reasons is not in flagrant violation of because we're not encouraging anyone to watch it, so it's not promotional. It's about the books. That's why it's allowed. How's everyone doing tonight? It's a weird energy already.
Of course, this is the start of our watch podcast. In the middle of this,
It's our watch.
It's
I have a lot of Ben Gay on my neck right now. You just can't smell it, but I can.
No, I got it. I smell it.
Sophia's tired.
As soon as I say it, it's a trigger.
Coming through.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all across my shoulder blade. It feels great.
There you go.
That's where I'm at today.
Well, this game is called Theme Party, and it's a bunch of different classic themes. So far, this game...
like the hero's journey, man versus nature, man versus self.
Woman versus idiot men. I was telling Pierce, actually, earlier that this game, kind of the last few games we've had haven't, like... it's been things where, like, I didn't really, like, get what, like, the vibe was gonna be. Like, like, Strange Lore is great, but, like, I never know what Strange Lore is going to be, and I love that. Whatever. Like, it's kind of like, it's always like, what the hell is going to happen tonight? The dragon game, I never know what you people are going to do. This game, despite not knowing maybe the exact actions that will be taken, like not realizing that Filion was going to shoot Treason in the back in our first episode, and later Treason's parrot was going to knock the quest giver into a bottomless pit, I've known what this show was going to be, and I'm so glad that you guys have all risen to the tonal occasion of this. I really like it. So, I'm going to introduce you all now to our players and characters. We have currently disguised Jim, the regular guy from a town. He currently has an anchor on his arm, and he's here in disguise thanks to magic. But he can always resume his previous form when the magic wears off. Jim is, of course, played by Ka. He's from the city theme. Town in the early days, then city. We also have, currently, not rocking a helmet, Dr. Holden Thane from Space, the space theme.
Never leaving the helmet behind again.
He though significantly older than the following two, he looks much younger than Treason Steel, our pirate, played by Millie, as well as Quill, her cockatiel, who is shockingly the colors that you described in an email. There's not really green in there, but since blue and yellow sort of mixed to green, it's almost there, Yeah.
It looks
That's
green.
true, but I don't play Quill. You play Quill.
That's true, but I'm just saying Quill goes with Treason. And also nobody plays Quill. Quill always knows what's up. And then of course we have Pierce as Filion, currently with a bionic eye. Ooh, makeup tutorial. Ooh, look at that bionic eye. It's so cool.
It's magnificent.
As I've said to the players, I allowed that bionic eye, and Dr. Holden Thane did put a good bit of power into that. But that is also that was a resource that we decided you had on hand, so you won't be able to bionically upgrade everyone all the time. That being said, I'm going to show you guys. Hold on.
Just let me know what pieces you
forgot
have,
my dice.
and we will.
Oh, dice! We need dice for this game.
Yeah, I forgot dice, and I was like, oh, I gotta get up and grab my dice.
I'm so used to the fact that most of the time all we do is talk and not accomplish anything in games that I've stopped pulling out my dice at the in preparation for games.
I straight up forgot.
If at some point somebody needs like a robotic pogo stick, like a rocket fueled peg leg, you do have that capability.
That feels like a very pirate thing to.
Well, it's like pirate punk.
It's pirate punk. Yeah, that makes sense.
Pirate Punk 27.
What do you call like the steampunk pirate stuff? Would it be sail punk? Booty punk?
I like pirate punk. Pirate punk sounds correct.
Because like diesel punk is when you have like anachronistic technology that still feels like
scurvy
it's from the
punk.
time.
Scurvy punk.
Scurvy punk.
Sail punk.
Scurvy punk.
Age of Sails.
Sail punk is why I went with that, because of Age of Sail. I know that a term that has existed, but we also it's the one we're using. It's not as widely thing. There might be something at some point that involves like World War I punk vibe, which we're calling trench punk. Trench punk.
That sounds like a disease you would have gotten from being in the trenches.
Yeah, trench punk.
And then I believe cow punk is like.
What was that? Agriculture?
Like Western.
What makes it cowpunk though? Is it just the introduction of like mechanism into it?
Or cattle punk, they also call it.
Because otherwise it's just a Western.
No,
right?
it's like
we don't need to redefine, rename the genre.
No, Wild Wild West. Yes, it is. It's anytime you're bringing in steampunk type technology that seems to be what they could have done at the time, but is actually using. It all comes out of to go to a thing Pierce has a mild connection to. It's all variations on cyberpunk. The term
That's
created
true.
by that venerable
Mike Pondsmith.
I mean, isn't the part of that
dude.
has to be the punk aspect of there's some greater authority to fight
That's the-
against?
Yeah, see, that's the problem. Because they said steampunk as a reference to cyberpunk, but the vibe is not the same, and now everyone just throws punk on like diesel punk to be like, it's World War II, but like, it's like Sky Captain. You know, that really influential movie, Sky Captain.
And the World of Tomorrow?
Yes, that one.
Okay, yeah. I wanted to make sure I got the right one.
No,
in the
it's
series.
really important. Everybody loves it. So, in any case, speaking of punks, our intrepid band have been given a quest to stop an evil rising as the new theme. They've gone on a journey in. Oh shit! I didn't take it out. You're not with it right now. There's a. You have a Blacktron cruiser and you flew around in it. I'll grab it if the need arises. But for now,
Was that the keys for it?
Yeah, it's like you just have the keys for the vehicle.
Those are large keys.
Are just jangling in front of us to distract us?
Well, that's for the life-size one that
guys,
Philip has
everybody
also
here.
constructed.
Get over here,
Oh,
guys.
wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
what?
Whoa.
Look,
Oh,
hey, look.
where'd
But you came in the Blacktron cruiser. You flew to the sort of best guess as to where such things could happen. You came to the Mai Tai Isle, thinking you were going to go to the bar, but instead you... I think we've already kind of established, because of 3 wrong rolls, you actually
wrongs
have
make a right.
wound up at the place you were meant to be going.
Yeah.
Because you had the wrong destination, but you picked the wrong way to do it, and you've drawn the wrong conclusions about what you're seeing. So as our group, hoping to find a bar, instead went into the depths of the jungle of this mysterious tropical island that many pirates use as a safe haven from those dreaded Imperial guards. They discovered, deep in the jungle, an ancient, hidden Hedon temple, one adorned with bats. Ooh. Thinking this was a very,
They're
very...
birds.
Or birds, according to treason. Thinking this is a very strange themed bar and hoping that the drinks inside are good, our group walked in, but they were observed by Mr. Mutt with his mutton chops. A man who's gone away from Commodore Stalwart, who brought his ship here. Ooh, but what connection does Commodore Stalwart maybe have to someone in the crew or on the theme party? We will have to wait and see.
We bowl on Thursdays.
Also, we bowl. Jim's like, oh yeah, I deliver food all the time. They all really know it really well. Will these two
He never gives me
star-crossed lovers
any
meet?
ratings.
Will they cross swords or cross mouths? With their hats, it's very hard to do. So now join us.
Have you ever seen any image of someone on a mocap stage where they're doing facial capture as well, where they have to kiss? It's the funniest thing in the world, because you have a metal bar a foot out in your face as the camera facing you, so you just 3 feet apart from each other are like miming it, and,
What's weird
and so
about
then
that?
they just
Isn't that how people do it?
and then they just like scooch you together in editing.
That's what
the
that
data.
sounds. That's how.
But you
I've
can't
kissed
actually
people.
put your faces close to each other.
Yeah, exactly. That's what makes it so hot. You always kiss people from like.
If you want to see
couple
some
feet.
of the hottest kissing that's ever happened, you should watch last night's episode of Here Be Dragons.
Guys,
It was 7th dimensional. It was 7th dimension.
I feel like you guys were really losing it when Archie was like, you just have to tickle the snoring maw. Anyway, with all that in mind, plus some stuff from Here Be Dragons, let us dive in as our group, our intrepid adventurers. I believe that I don't have props for all these things, but basically, Philion has created some magical light. Dr. Holden Thane has made a light using technology. Jim has made a light using his phone. Treason thinks all 3 of these things are magic. And with that... Actually, hold on. And also, technically, so does Philion.
Yeah, that's true.
So with all that in mind, let us begin Chapter 3 of Theme Party as they creep into the hidden Hedon Temple.
And Treason also mutilated her face.
Oh, also, yes, Treason did.
Yeah,
Treason's
yeah,
face was
yeah,
healed.
Still has a gaping wound.
Treason's face
Yeah.
was healed, and Treason's reply was to cut it back because she didn't want to lose the scar. Because what if he wouldn't recognize me? Ooh.
So yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Yeah.
Listen, I am someone here who is never going to criticize any woman for going under the knife. She should do whatever she wants for her beauty journey. Typically, I would have expected her to do like a neck lift or like a whatever, but like if she just simply wants to cut herself, that's also fine.
When in Mai Tai.
Either way. Yeah.
Oh.
When in Mai Tai, you cut your face
Mhm.
open.
That's what they've always. Hey, it's face cutting a clock somewhere.
It's the culture.
Man,
They have
Uh-huh.
those rags with alcohol ready for you.
That-
to help
it's the-
disinfect
you
the
know,
wound.
well, you know, stilettos are a common way for a woman to win over a man.
It's usually the heels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you guys enter, you find a dark passage. Creepy bird statues are on the sides, although Philly and Jim and Holden know that's not birds. Adorning the sides on either side. As you go deeper into this passage, you see what looks like a large sort of stone obelisk. It's about oh my god, this is how I should do it. Oh my god, what if I can't believe I was doing meters earlier. I still will because that's magics. But it appears to be like 6 bricks high, this obelisk. How have I not been measuring everything in bricks? Oh my god.
Redo it all.
Yeah, redo it all. But as you approach, although it's a Philian, in yours, it looks like it is about it's about 3 magics tall.
3 magic song.
Yeah. As you guys are sort of walking in, and the obelisk has strange characters written on it. Philly and you definitely recognize them as magical in nature. Sort of similar to how you sort of noted magic signs outside of this bar. What none of you notice, however, is a bar or a host or hostess station, or a sign for the bathroom, or anything like that.
Any weekly specials?
You do not. Perhaps the signals, or the sigils rather, could be like that. And I know, Philion, you did think that this place might be an easy talk, so maybe it's like the actual bar is hidden. So it's possible. But as the 4 of you have sort of entered this, you see this obelisk, and there are passages like radiating out from beyond the obelisk. But this obelisk seems to be like a major sort of like initial entry point.
I suppose it's possible it's down one of these corridors, but I think perhaps we have to solve the puzzle on this obelisk to open it and find the secret entrance.
Oh, is it like? So it's like where? What is it? Actually, are pirates finding hidden treasure then?
I mean, I believe that's the gist of it, yes.
Oh, okay. Get into character then. Yar, mateys.
Oh, I don't think you can say that.
Offensive! Offensive!
I
Appropriative!
knew it was going there.
My culture is not a costume.
As you all sit here, let me actually look at your stats real quick. Oh, I bet it's actually going to be Philion based on... No, Philion and Treason. Both of you notice a little movement overhead. Coming down is a spider on a web, just sort of dropping. It seems to be it's like you guys see it, both of you see it like in the shadow of some of the stuff, and you both turn and fill in your bionic eye, notes that it is, it's about one magic above you.
Someone's familiar.
Who's familiar?
Oh, well, I guess servant, sort of like Quill is for treason.
What?
Somebody knows here?
So much wrong with what you just said. Huh?
Yes, servant. Why don't you go investigate for us?
Investigate what?
Oh, got it. Investigate. Underway. Sure thing. And then Quill flies back out into the sunlight.
I'll reach my. I have like a staff, right? I don't think we've ever. Am I holding a staff?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I just couldn't remember if I had a staff or a wand.
Yeah.
I'll sort of hold it out for the spider to come on, to like climb on.
There's a
How
spider?
big- Yeah, a spider like fell down.
I'm gonna zap it.
All right.
Immediately pull out a gun.
So as
for
you,
spider.
ooh, this is perfect. So as you reach your staff up, the spider is coming down, and the spider's like gonna, like, kind of click onto your staff like that. But then, are you gonna shoot? You're gonna shoot the bat off?
Yeah, the spider.
Make
Not
a-
you said it.
Yeah, the spider. Sorry, not bat. Make a
Yeah.
lasers roll to shoot the spider.
Yeah, spider's gotta get shot. There's no place for them here.
I hope you miss and shoot me right in my new eye.
Oh no, that would be tragic.
Oh,
Well, the good news is
Oh,
the
do we
bad
get-
guy protected you.
Do we get power back, or are we still at where we were?
You
We
traversed
got
for
one at
about
the
an
end.
hour, so you
yeah.
I think you are. It was applied though, so no, you don't have any back since last game.
Okay. Laser shot. A 2.
A 2 with dead-eyed precision. Pew! And we'll even say that the spider, its webbing, its body, there's a laser hole through it, but its like husk is still adhering to your staff.
What's going
Yes.
on? What?
That's a spider. I was hoping that would vaporize it. They didn't have the right setting on here.
Dr. Holden, Thane, while I appreciate you apparently attempting to thwart a villain, I don't know if this was a familiar of another mage down in here. So we may
They
have
picked-
just incurred some wrath.
If they pick spiders, they're no familiar of me. No, not familiar with me. We're not friendly.
No, because you're just here.
Did you just pull out a gun?
Yeah.
Well, yes, it's space magic wand, I assume.
Yeah, that's definitely my space magic wand / gun.
Are you? You don't have to be
Is
from the south, right? I heard they just use guns for everything down there.
No. Just normal space exploration. Got to make sure you're safe. Never know what you're
Huh.
going to run into out there, like spiders.
Have you had a poor experience?
With spiders, they're just gross. Look at them, 8 legs. Sometimes they're hairy. The way they crawl, their webs get everywhere. Just
I mean, usually you just use a newspaper to kill them.
what's that?
Oh man, you're really in character then. Oh boy.
Why are these familiars so? Why are they supposed to be kind to you?
Well, I just was sort
Why
of.
is it a familiar?
Well, I don't know. I was trying to figure that out. It may have just been a spider. But if it was a familiar, that would imply that there's another mage around.
I'll tell you what,
It
Phil.
might help.
Are they
So-
very kind with each other then? Is that what a familiar is? Is they're kind to one another? Because Quill isn't kind to me.
Oh, well, normally I believe there's a level of domination involved. But
Philion.
it's, yes.
I'd like for you, as you're thinking about the domination of familiars, I'd like for you to make a knowledge roll about familiars. Now, if you don't want to put any points into this, I have a backup for it. But if you want to specifically know about the magic of familiars, you can use some of your 300 points to put knowledge into familiars. I will also say that I have so goddamn many little animal figures that you can absolutely get a familiar at some point if you want one.
Oh, sure.
By
Let's go
expending
with
some power and
let's
such.
pour 70 into that out of
Wow.
300.
Okay, so please make a roll about your knowledge of familiars.
Okay.
He's familiar with the topic.
How familiar are you with the topic? What did we roll? Please, was it 100?
No, it wasn't. It's obnoxious. It's 74. When I thought about making it 75.
Got some luck points.
You want to spend luck? You want to spend 2?
Oh
and
wait, I
re-roll?
have way too much luck. Yeah, let's spend 4 luck.
Spoiler alert, so you don't get to click it, but
Yeah.
you just barely
Way too much
remember.
luck.
Philion, a lot's been going on for you. You've had a couple of errant blasts. You thought you were coming here. You thought you went to the Great Mountain to prevent lots of danger, and that seems to be borne out. But these mages are strange. Treason is odd. Her familiar Quill, who you're not sure is a familiar. The fact that this spider is still present strongly suggests to you it is not a familiar spirit. This was a spider. And with that, yeah, with a barely normal success thanks to luck, we'll say that that's all.
Sure.
That's all you can sort of glean.
Given that the husk is still clinging to my staff, I would assume this was just a regular spider. Normally, they're conjured out of magical energy, so they disappear upon being destroyed. They're usually bound from another realm into service. So actually, then Treason, you have more of what I guess is just a pet. Which is probably why you and Quill have such a contentious relationship.
That
Bonda.
would make much more sense, I think.
Anyway.
I'll just sort of scrape the body off of it, like with my boot. I'll just sort of scrape it off.
All right, you know what?
Asa.
I need to find the bar. So is this obelisk the map to the bar?
No,
So
I think
let's,
it's the entrance. We have to sort of decipher these
okay,
runes.
okay. So you know what? Is it any language I know of? Past, present, future? Do I recognize any symbol of it? Or do I think I recognize it?
You
as
have a
any...
unique ability, Jim, which is that though you do not have access to all the different actual skills of the different, of like the non-city themes, the way they do, like you can't, you are not limited in your knowledge because you could have like read books or seen movies. So there are a few different things you could go to maybe try to do this. Anything from like puzzles and riddles to maybe you're a Dan Brown fan and you really know about symbology. Whatever. If you would like to spend some of your 300 luck to give yourself some degree of cleverness in this.
Let's say, of all of the movies I've seen, does it look familiar to any single movie?
Here's what we'll say then.
Cinematic linguistics.
Yeah, we'll give you like movie riddles basically. So how
There
many
we
points of
go.
your 300 would you like to put into like
Average 50.
50? Perfect. Okay.
Movie riddles 50.
So 50 and deduct that from your
So
that from your
I'm the one who shows up 20 minutes before the thing to see that little trivia and go.
It
Matthew
so
Perry.
it so applies. It so applies to that too. Mel Brooks.
Which these symbols shows up at the
Yeah.
that one. All right. So it's 50-50. Let's go. Have I seen this movie?
Have you seen? Yeah.
13. Oh no! I rolled 13.
Not this guy.
No.
So with a 13, that is a hard success. Very good. So you can click your box for movie riddles. I'm going to deduct your total. So you got 250 left.
Wait, I've seen this movie.
You have
This
seen a
is-
film like this, and you begin to look at all the symbols on this thing. And though you don't necessarily know what they mean, you see certain symbols that recur a fair bit. The symbols that you see a lot, kind of in like a recurring pattern, are bat, wolf, and what looks like a cloud. These are intermixed with other
I know
sigils.
what all those mean, but as bat wolf cloud.
Well, would there be? Would I have
with that, you could literally roll now you could roll an analyze or an investigate to try to determine
Okay,
the
because
arrangement
I
of
know
it.
what that means,
Sure.
or in theory does. But
I'm gonna say Philion doesn't. So Jim, if
Yeah.
anyone, based on him pointing out the arrangement, anyone could now make an analyze. I think it would be analyze, although I would also allow investigate, sort of.
I'll go with
Those two.
analyze.
I'm just gonna point again at the little bat and be like, "Wow, they really like this bird motif around here."
I also rolled a 13.
Okay.
Oh, God.
That's an extreme analyze.
Lovely.
I got a hard analyze.
Hard anal is cool.
You should maybe, if this is a bird that you find, you might be able to tame one. Reason.
I'm clearly very good at taming birds.
Yes, I don't know many that could kill a quest giver.
Exactly.
Mid-sentence.
It's a skill that you must learn on the high seas. There's not a lot of things to do when you're
Does
stuck on a
Quill do
boat
that a
for
lot? Is that why you
days on
haven't
end.
found the treasure you're after?
It's a complicated thing. I'm
Philion,
too busy training birds.
Philion and Dr. Holden Thane. Philion, you're sort of getting this more quickly, and we'll say that both of you totally get what the pattern is. That on each of these things there are like radiating rows upwards of, on one side of the obelisk there are a bunch of bats at the bottom, and then a few fewer wolves, and then a single cloud sort of near the top. But each of you sort of can see the idea that there's like a sort of pattern to it. Philion, you're pretty sure that what you want to do is on those three sides. The back side has no symbols on it, but on the three sides, on the side and on the front, you want to tap the solitary bat, wolf, and cloud to unlock something. That is your guess.
Perhaps, just to be safe, we should all do it at the same time. Would you all... I'm happy to press one of them. I've lived a long life if I'm disintegrated. Who would else like to risk disintegration?
All right.
I mean, can I scan this thing to see if there's anything?
I never put myself at risk. I like that.
You just
I'll play along
mutilated your
with this
face.
ARG. This ARG
Yeah,
seems
but
pretty
if
fun.
other people can put their lives at risk before I put my own, that's the order of operations.
Also, she's very skilled with the blade that wasn't a risk.
Dr. Holden Thane.
Just look at her wound, still fresh.
Just slowly infecting. Yeah. Dr. Holden Thane, go
I
ahead.
have alcohol on it. It's not.
That's true.
It's not
You did
doing that.
pour rum straight on it. Dr. Holden Thane, please roll a science as you scan the obelisk.
And it's a spiced rum, so there's
A
some
14.
medicinal spices in it.
With a 14, Dr. Holden Thane, you detect no scientific fields or energy patterns emerging from this. It is just mundane. You don't. It doesn't even seem to be hollow or anything. So there's no no simple non-spacefaring traps will be triggered. You think this is just a thing.
All right, I'll touch it.
Okay. Who's touching what, by the way?
I will press the cloud.
I wanted to press the cloud, but
Oh, well, then you can press the cloud.
no, I'll push the wolf. It's fine.
This is your first obelisk press, King. You should press whichever symbol you want.
No, the wolf is fine. You can have the cloud.
All right.
Not touching that bat though. Ugh.
So
All
Jim,
right,
you'll touch
I'll
the bat.
touch the bird. I'll touch the bird. Bat.
If all three of you move your hands to these specific
I just stand
sigils,
back and watch.
all at the same time, as you touch them, suddenly you hear the sound of stone rolling and scraping against stone.
Oh, hey.
And the wall beyond the obelisk rotates open, revealing a passage descending down, lit by eerie torchlight.
Oh, it's
Oh.
nice ambiance for the,
Oh,
for the
yeah.
stars.
Is it a
Hurry,
tiki
I
bar?
think we
Oh,
can-
it's a great
Let's
theme
go.
going
If we
on.
hurry, I think we can make the early bird special.
There we go. Is it still happy hour? Man, let's go.
Just
I hope
Remember,
not. Those are usually
Always
rather late.
5 o'clock somewhere.
If you guys go down.
You don't have a whole temple built for us yet, right now, Philip?
No. Out of the shadows behind you, having been hiding behind a statue. God blimey, these guys are good. Oh no. Mystery Mutt follows you down.
All right.
Oh, these guys really know what they're doing. Oh, this is interesting. Heads down.
As a question, what's everyone's favorite drink?
Oh, just a simple grog, mate. Grog just gets you through every day.
Grog?
That or just plain rum, but grog helps keep the scurvy
pretty
away.
Fancy.
like I don't know. I had a nice 35-year-old Scotch at home. That was pretty
Wow.
good.
Scotch, fancy. How about you, Fillion?
I believe just a simple wine usually. Though it usually goes to my head these days, so I just usually stick with water.
Oh, okay.
Is it like a wine or like a sherry, maybe?
Oh no, I wouldn't like to share it. No.
I'm sort of a PBR type of guy here.
What?
A what?
Oh, it's some sort of, it's a blue ribbon beer,
I
high
wouldn't-
quality. Really
An
matches
ale.
up to the wine. And
I would be careful spreading your religious views around. They usually get people burnt.
As you
Burned
guys,
or hanged, either depending on where you run your
As-
circles.
as you get to the bottom of this staircase, you see a catacomb. Extending beyond, there are little vestibules in the catacombs with arches on either side. And at first, when you get down here, you assume these are going to be there'll be little booths inside of these. But as you look in, you see no booths, only stone slabs with numerous skulls on them.
oh,
Wish
the
I had
decor is
so
really
many
nice.
skulls. Sorry.
I really think those look like real skulls. Huh.
It's
They're really
Halloween.
making us work for the booze here.
It
I'll
does.
say.
Though it does feel very piratey. Yes.
Oh, this is exactly what my room looks like at home on my ship. But I'm just saying that between my quarters and everything else, and you'd think that we would have hit the bar by now, but I don't know why they're keeping us work for it.
You do notice that there are little rats and more spiders
Are those
spiders.
familiars?
who move back. as
No,
you
I just think
approach.
that's a health code violation, but.
What's a health code violation?
Well, you're not supposed to have
What-
rats within a restaurant, right? So,
What's a health code? Like a pirate code?
okay.
Oh, wait, oh yes. Are you a man of medicine, Jim? Have you been keeping that secret from us?
Oh no, I already
Is-
said I'm not I wasn't in the hard sciences division of college at all. I was just
You studied basket weaving, I believe, is what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Those were my old ambitions before I burnt out.
Burnt out on basket weaving.
You burnt
hard
out. Did
profession.
you catch fire?
My dreams did.
Oh, I have a
That's
spell
hard,
that can
mate.
take care of burning dreams. Let me know next time you wish to sleep. There's a slight, very slight chance it will be permanent.
I would say
How
that
can you burn the dreams to be permanent? Do they just stick with you?
Oh, no, sorry that the sleep will be permanent. I imagine burning
Oh.
dreams will return in that instance.
Can I scan to see if there's like
All right, now I really need
Any-
to find booze. All right.
life
Um,
forms or anything in this thing, or
life forms, yes.
passages, or
Interestingly, Dr. Holden Thane, if you're seeking life forms for like the heat signatures and all that sort of stuff, there are numerous little, like, you know, small creatures, rats and bats and spiders. You do not notice any stuff, but the walls here are very thick stone, and your sensors cannot penetrate. However, you do notice that up ahead, though there are some other passages branching off of this like main concourse of catacombs, there is a set of heavy. You're beeping hard on the metal. There's a set of heavy iron doors at the end of this hallway.
shall we?
All right.
That looks like a grand entrance.
Now I need to get booze now, so let's go.
You guys walk to the heavy iron doors. But as you approach, I think that Philion, with your bionic eye, and Treason, with your set, your rather high look skill, both of you notice that this door is slightly ajar. And Treason, that doesn't mean that the door is literally ajar. It means the door is slightly open.
Oh, okay. Thank you for clarifying.
And of course,
Unless they stop, I'm just walking straight to it to
Yes.
knock on it and open it.
understood. You wouldn't even need to like knock if you walk up to it. You see that it would swing open pretty easily.
Well, just to be polite, right? You just still gotta knock.
Sure.
I would have put as you walked up, I would have put like my boot out, like in between like the door frame and the, like, just to stop you. Be like, hey mate, it's already open.
Oh, yeah, but you still gotta knock in case someone's
Well,
on the
I
side.
No,
You
and I just kick open the door.
I understood.
just can suggest that you are the resident in these sort of expert.
The door opens with a loud clang, and what you see before you is it's a chamber that seems to have 5 walls. You are entering from one wall, and there's 2 walls like this, and then ahead of you, it's like a pentagon-shaped room. 5 walls. On the stone floor, there seems to then be a 5-pointed star, basically with each of the points of the star set approximately 2 bricks away from, actually more like 3 bricks. I should have built this. Would be about 3 bricks away from like the vertice of the pentagon. The point is, there seems to be like a star on the ground within. On the far side, there is a table, and you see many books and like various like materials and chalices. Everything in this room, it does like the hallway you were in, like within those vestibules, it was very, very dusty and grimy. In here, not so much. Looks a little more recently used. The same torches are on the wall, sort of burning constantly.
There's no music at all.
No music.
Does this feel like any kind of ritual area I am familiar with?
It definitely feels like a magic chamber of some kind. You have no doubt of that. Philion, I would say Philion recognizes a magical chamber. Treason, you're probably not sure. Jim, you doubt it's a bar. Dr. Holden Thane, it seems like a weird room.
I would say, do not enter the center of the star. I'm not certain what will happen, but something will probably happen.
Huh.
Or something will begin at least.
Are there any like rocks or stones or anything on the ground?
There's probably like small little pieces that have like, you know, like small pieces of masonry that have fallen, but it's pretty like not tidy in here, but this is all worked stone. This is like a purpose-built chamber. You also see in bas relief on the walls more bats. Birds.
But
sorry.
it's clearly recently used, right?
It seems more recently used than the hallway that you've just come down.
I guess we're in the right place. I'm gonna call out. Hello?
Shh.
Your words echo off the walls, and it's odd. Like, you call out, and it's almost like it's like, hello, 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 like 5 echoes.
Don't stir the bats.
As you say that, however, yes, you do hear the fluttering of upside-down wings. As you look up, there do appear to be in the darkness above a good number of bats overhead.
Oh, birds! Why are
Very-
they sleeping upside down?
No, I
Treason,
think
as
they
you
are
look
bats.
up there, please make a look roll for me. And you do remember that Treason, because of your, this was your pirate granted thing, you get to roll with a bonus on all your look rolls.
Oh, yes. I'm gonna switch the dice that I'm gonna use then. Ooh, that is a 19.
A 19, a hard success.
Mm-hmm.
So, Treason, you notice that in addition to the bats up there in the shadows, there is something bigger. And you see something kind of unfurling, and this means that you are not surprised. You can even warn the others, as suddenly from above, hanging upside down, is a skeletal bat humanoid thing that
The heck?
makes an unholy noise and descends upon you all for a fight scene. So, what action would everybody like to do in this fight scene? You're not getting any penalties for being surprised. Again, the way this works is if you want to do one thing, you'll just roll that thing. If you want to do multiple things, you'll have to like make it multiple rolls with penalties and stuff. This is one of these is kind of coming at you. There may be additional fights, but this will probably be this is meant to be a simpler kind of fight scene. So, what does everyone want to do? Philly, you want to shoot anyone in the back?
No, not
Is-
today.
This new eye should help.
Yes, I will attempt to fire.
You will shoot magical fire at the bat. I love it. Jim, what is your plan?
The Batman, not the regular bats.
Understood.
Right.
Man bat.
I think I'm acting on instinct. I'm just gonna throw whatever's on hand at
Understood.
this thing.
Make a luck roll.
Okay. 70, which is just under my currently remaining luck, so I think that's a success.
A success. You are able to pick up kind of what Dr. Holden Thane had seen earlier. You can pick up a couple of like. The advantage to this is you're picking up a rock that is easy, like is very easy for you to throw. You don't know how much damage it'll do, but when you make your attempt at this, you'll we'll see how you do with the actual stuff. Dr. Holden Thane, what is your plan?
It's coming at us in a threatening way, right?
Oh, it is coming down like it heard you and it awoke and it's coming to in a threatening way. Also, I'll say you did scans and you didn't pick this thing up. So like, how is it moving if you didn't pick it up? It's not a robot, and it's not. There's no life signs, huh?
It would appear that it's Morbin time, Dr. Holden thing.
It's what?
Morbin time.
Ah. Guess I'll fire my laser at it since still got that sucker out.
Mhm.
And Treason, what is your plan?
I will do a somersault on the ground and land so that hopefully I miss the top of whatever Phillian's spell is. So I'm lower to the ground and I like somersault and just do a like whipping out my two
You're
swords
gonna
and
try
try
to
to
attack
swipe
it from
across.
low. Understood. I love it.
Like yeah, like you do like it's like when I was like you do a somersault and you kind of like rise up into like the squat. Yeah, you know what I'm talking
You're
about.
getting hit by all three of us.
So we will be doing this I'm going to be doing this in kind of an order that I think such things would go off in terms of the speed. Dr. Holden Thane, since you have a pistol in hand and you can simply point shoot, yours would go first. So please make your first shot against this horrible creature as it flies down, as you sort of take a couple pew, 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 pew.
Regular success.
A regular success. So you're certainly one of your shots definitely makes impact, although you realize that as you shoot through its rib cage, it keeps moving this skeletal creature. So you've definitely harmed it with a couple of your shots, but it will take more than that to stop this thing. How bizarre.
as a follow-on, can I do anything to like study or analyze or figure out what
you
this
definitely
thing...
will be able to after the fact, but while it is still sort of like flying down,
All right.
it diverts away from you as this happens. I would say that Philion, since you are holding your staff, though it takes you a moment to like, you know, speak the words and make the somatic gestures, like however it is you have to like whatever you have to do to your staff to make this specific explosion, like you'll have to take that time to do it. But so he goes faster, but you're still faster than the guy picking up a rock and throwing it. So what would you do? Go ahead and make your roll. I said what would you do, but you already said what you're doing. Just roll.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Hey, that's not so
Magic.
bad. 37, so that is a hard success.
A hard success. You shoot flame upon this thing, and where Dr. Holden's Thane's, you know, bursts kind of went through some of the skeleton, just knocked aside some bones, you catch one of the wings on fire, and sort of as it arcs down below, and you guys are like ducking and sort of moving all around. Treason, you did get low enough that you weren't hit by flame, so good for you.
Thank God, that was the point.
Jim, go ahead and throw your rock. To do a rock throw, look at
That's
you
a
have a
throw skill?
score for throw under physicality.
There we go. Make it under 60. 25. That's a hard success.
A hard success. And as it's moving, we'll say that Jim, so like Dr. Holden, you're of course still taking some shots at it, and between that, but actually Jim with a hard success, it's on fire, but you manage to then throw this rock like you're a baseball player, and it goes flying and sort of like hits it in the head and actually diverts its path to sort of be going right over the crouching Treason. Treason, go ahead and make your swords roll.
I believe I get a bonus on this too.
Your pirate weapons does get a bonus, yes.
Yeah.
She's high in pirate weapons too, guys. What she lacks in smart, she makes up for in pirate weapons. What she lacks in knowing what birds are, she makes up for in pirate weapons.
Yeah, exactly. That's a hard success.
A hard success. Congratulations with a hard success, because this means the averages here were hard, normal, hard. So yes, you guys have the hard average. With a hard success, you managed to and kind of like sever the bat ear and headed skeletal head as the rest of the body crashes. It all is still aflame. You guys take it out with that level of success, with having to no threat of harm to yourselves, no hit points or no power needs to be done, or even harm needs to be resisted. You guys, the four of you handled that pretty well. It really was.
Man, I hope that wasn't an endangered animal. It just came right at us. Oh man.
No, I believe that was an undead creature. Possibly demonic.
Those-
like
those
At least
are-
it wasn't a
Zombie or
damn
vampire?
monkey.
Oh, the bat's the wolf. I believe that's how it was in Bela Lugosi's Dracula, right?
Who is what is a bat still, and what's a Dracula? I thought they're
And
just
what's-
birds. Like, I thought that was a bird person, right, mate? Like it was a bird person
is
that
this-
could be undead, yes,
I
but it was
mean-
a skeleton bird person.
This is
I
Bela
believe it was some
Lugosi,
sort
a
of man
notable
bat.
sage in your time to be writing on
Batman?
these subjects. This
Um,
is-
While you guys are having this conversation, I know Dr. Holden Thane did want to do some like scans of this thing. So, Dr. Holden Thane, you can do a science if you'd like.
Yeah, science the body.
Science up this body.
I just love the base, just like vagueness that I'm gonna science this thing.
Yeah, you gotta science
Um,
it.
Yeah, I gotta science
Do-
it.
would we like to
41.
ask
What level
Hard
of success
success.
is that? It's a hard. With a hard success, I will say that you have indications now of low levels of certain stuff, but a hard success, you don't. All you know is that there's a new kind of science about undead things, but your scans aren't like you can. There's trace amounts of some stuff, but you'll need way more data and experience. With a hard success,
Pick up the head. Is there any viscera or stuff on the head? Or is it just
No, the head feels pretty. No, the head's pretty. I think I can do it like. Yeah, you can pick up the head like that. So as you pick up the head, Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him, Horatio.
That's what I have to say. Look
your
inside, is there a
as you
brain
sort of-
or-
Yeah, as you sort of gaze into the head, you don't see any brain or anything within it. No, it seems to be
No animatronics either.
no animatronics, no.
Jim, did you want to ask it some questions? I may be able to reanimate it.
No, let's.
I'm just gonna use it like a puppet. Hi there, Fillion.
If you're gonna use it like a puppet, give me an arts and crafts roll under your coordinate. No, will perform. Come on, what am I doing?
Perform.
Yeah, that's a perform.
93. So, no, not a fumble, but no.
Man, I really wish you'd fumble. That would have been awesome. It would have. Oh god, I would have had to bite your hand off.
Oh god.
Cause I can really do that. It's like it's not hard to
Oh man.
Okay, actually, these hands are on.
Just a reminder, we're Legos.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I'm just put my hand through the head and
Yeah.
try to.
You try to
do whatever.
with a 93 though, with a failure, the jawbone falls off and it's just like it's no good.
No.
Hello, Jim. Did you forget we were here? That happens to me every now and then. But hello again. If welcome back. If you drifted away for a second.
So the undead stuff is real.
Oh yes.
You-
I mean, this seems to be an undead creature.
Never
And-
run into.
It's
I'm not
been
so-
known to happen. Sometimes they're just full of bones.
Yes, I'm not sure if those are food or if all the skulls we saw outside there were attempts previously to create something like this.
Could have just been an elaborate prank. Someone just put it up there just to trick us. Do you
It's
see any
just
strings?
decoration. I don't know what else
be.
to tell you. It's just
Well, that's
sometimes
what
you just
pranks for.
decorate with skulls.
Do I see any strings or whatnot?
Make a
for
look
when-
roll as you peer up there. Many of the sort of mundane bats have been slightly disturbed, but
Oh.
they're not like swarming you guys or anything.
70, so fail. So I don't see any strings.
You
I
don't
think.
notice any strings. You don't. Yeah.
Oh well.
So
What is it we were looking for here?
Well,
Besides,
we were looking for the bar, or
What is
I'll
the
pull it
bar?
out of my backpack to see what. So around the book says around here is where they gather and where we could have gotten information about. What was it? The themes? Was that what it was?
yes.
Oh, I should.
I'll
maybe
take a
remind
look
you guys.
again to see
At
if,
the book?
You know, yeah.
Okay. Do another research investigate because last time you just do another research investigate.
Okay, what is that? That's under intellect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That's
So-
good. 70.
so you guys have.
20
Oh, go ahead, Jim.
29, so that's a hard success.
I'm gonna say with a hard success, you realize a couple of things. One, the blot that you saw that you thought was an underground body of water, that was like the thing that you'd be looking for here, which you guys weren't even looking for. That was after the bar. You realize that's a coffee stain, and you know coffee from your other life as a
Oh.
barista.
Oh.
The second thing you realize is that taking that clue out of it, you're beginning to think that this bar might actually be a Hedon temple this guy was alluding to.
Huh.
Chef Everything Bagel referenced that there is a temple on this island. And you realize, so maybe this bar might just be what we were looking for the other thing.
Huh.
Or if you, I mean.
Okay, so good news. We're probably in the right place.
Oh, is it just BYOB? And I just take out my flask and just take a few sips from my
Glug,
flask.
glug, 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 glug. Yep. that's right.
I mean, well, they got chalices here, I suppose. Let's just take one and then pour.
There is a chalice actually on that table if you want to pick one up.
Yeah, pick it up.
Oh, God, that's disgusting.
And I'll look and see if it's
Juice.
clean.
Choose wisely.
You have chosen foolishly.
What?
A chalice. You pick up a chalice.
There we go.
As you look into the chalice, please roll. As you peer inside of it, please roll. No, I think it's just a look roll.
Is there like a scent? Because I'm doing the
Oh, sure. Do a smell. Do a smell. That's great.
No.
I love
There
that.
we go. Oh, 89. Oh man, this is real vintage stuff. Oh.
Smells fine to
You
you.
never trust. You never trust other alcohol. You can't see where it came from, mate. You gotta. That's why you have this on you at all times.
Is there something in the chalice?
True.
Wait, Treason, does that mean that you wouldn't have... If we went to a bar, you wouldn't drink?
Oh no, I trust that because I can see the bottle that it comes from.
Oh, I understand now.
Dr. Holden Thane, if you would like to come over and look into this chalice, you certainly may do so. Make a look.
I will.
If it's in just a chalice, it could just be poison.
I understand you are very much into the providence of things.
Oh,
A 9.
A 9.
So
Given the health
Extreme.
code violations, it's probably good to check.
This cup,
Still don't know what that is.
just by an eyeball, is full of a thick grime of dried blood, dust, and various other materials. And the table that he pulled this off of has numerous weird, like, jars and glass things on it. Based on, I'm going to say, Dr. Holden Thane, give me your own investigate research.
Oh, I don't know that that's a drinking cup.
a
Jim.
fail.
A fail. And what it all has to do with each other, you don't know.
I'm just grossed out by the cup, and I just knock it out of his hand.
I mean, fair.
Well, I probably should have taken some of that to stamp. Oh, well,
It
yeah,
doesn't
better
spill
this
out.
way.
It's coagulated inside.
Oh gosh.
So that's even worse. Like, oh god. Now I could have drink it anyway, but still, ugh.
Just drink out of the flask. I think that's probably. Is that fine?
I don't
Treason?
think Treason's sharing. No, she's not sharing. She's absolutely not sharing.
This is
Just like a swig.
seeing like the knocking of the chalice.
I
and-
need it for my face too, you know, and I just take out
I
another
can
piece
still
of rag
fix
and I
that.
just. You need to somewhat fix it. I don't want it to be like completely. It's got a scar.
I mean,
I need to have a scar. You took my scar away from me.
I didn't.
Mate.
He did. Point to
Don't you
Philly.
just use makeup?
Sorry, it was an over cleaning. I apologize.
I need to have the scar. It's important to my
What about like a
love life.
tattoo?
Oh, I mean, I already have one here and here and here and here. But the scar is important, mate.
Anyway,
Gotta keep that.
we got the blood. We got it.
Close my eyes and just pour rum.
Oh,
Flash days with rum. It's a
Uh,
disinfectant.
So seeing like the chalice get knocked down and where it came from, is there anything about this that triggers like a specific type of ritual? I think.
I mean, a lot, but, and I hate to say, I know you've already spent some on stuff.
No, that's fine.
If you want to, you can quickly roll a familiars roll to see if this is about familiars. But actually, with a 70, you know it's not about familiars.
Yeah. Could I have some knowledge in necromancy?
I think necromancy is a great thing for you to decide to put some knowledge into. I also think the idea of the familiars is funny to me because, you, with your thing, you probably do think, chamber like this, you could do some good familiar summoning in here, but you don't think this was about familiar summoning. You're putting 75 into necromancy.
I am.
I love it. All right,
Wow.
so
And-
deduct
and-
from your total then.
And up to 75, it's still at 1-1, right?
Yeah, you've maxed it out on necromancy.
Okay.
I love it. I love it.
And then, where was I? Was I at 45? Okay. And let's make a necromancy roll.
Necromancy roll. Would you like to add any luck? Would you like to add any power to this beforehand?
Let's see what I rolled.
Did you roll a fumble? Did you roll a 100?
I didn't. It's very close though. 97.
It is not a fumble.
I think
Would you like
I'll
to
spend a
re-roll?
luck to. Yeah, I'll spend a power to reroll it.
It's one power to reroll. So that's this system's only one power for all that stuff, which is very
Okay.
nice. I forgot.
That's much better. 43. So regular success.
A regular success. Yes. Some strange necromancy was done here. Things that involve, with a regular success, you do not have like all the pieces to this, but as you sort of look over these things and you pore over this chalice, also based on the iconography you saw above, you suspect that in addition to the animation of the dead, given the presence of bats, wolves, and clouds, or perhaps the clouds represent mist, you think that this place might have been used for something to do with vampires.
Well, Jim, I don't have all of the specific step-by-step instructions, but I could probably figure it out with time. But if you wish to drink from this chalice, we could turn you into a vampire. Is that what you wish?
No, I just want to get some alcohol here. Something tells me this is not a pirate bar we're after, huh?
Oh no, quite not at all.
Huh.
What's a vampire? Vampire.
Well,
Oh, it's a bloodsucker.
Kind of like the thing.
Oh, like my sister's ex.
Yeah.
Yep. Sucked her completely dry of everything she had. Makes sense.
Oh yeah. That's what a vampire does. Just ruins your life.
Did you
Yep.
then kill your sister to keep her from coming back? Or is she a vampire now as well?
I haven't seen her in a while. So I don't know.
So,
It's kind of how it goes. You know, she goes down one sea, and I go down the other, and then
Sorry,
You don't see your mate for a while?
vampires, they suck you out of all of your resources and health and turns you into a soulless husk that can either dies as is or comes back as another vampire that sucks everything dry around
I think
them.
he just stole her treasure. I don't think it was anything more serious than that.
I mean, Jim, that's very correct. Is that what you wish? Because we can do that to you if you want.
What is the setting of this story now? Are you a pirate or are you a wizard or? Huh.
I mean, it's just a ritual. I do know a thing or two about necromancy.
Oh, okay.
I think also with sort of that role, you suspect that this thing is some kind of like hybrid undead, some kind of guardian created and left behind, probably by another ritual in this room. You definitely, even with a normal success, you think there were a good number of rituals done. You can't like parse all of them, but you know that table has various clues and things on it. However, at this time, from outside of this chamber, you guys all hear a very loud, like, rattling noise of metal on metal. And the unmistakable sound, I guess maybe Dr. Holden Thane, you're not as familiar with it, of chains being, like, thrown aside or sundered, rattling chains and many things. And then eventually you hear, like, a creaking noise.
Well, that can't be good.
It's usually not. I've been
Which
here
direction?
many times before.
Make a listen roll as you try to like triangulate it just from being in here.
Well, add some points to it, because why not?
Sure.
I definitely am looking around with my swords drawn because I'm like, oh, finally something to do. A fight.
12.
It's not within this room. It's like back out from the catacombs. There were other passages you suspect it's from one of those. Some other door was probably opened, is what you think.
Well, if this one isn't the bar, looks like we have to go to a different one. It's got to be one of these 5, right?
I don't think the bar is here.
What?
I think this is the
No, but there was 4. We had 4 other ones to go to, so that's one of those 4, right, mate?
no, none of those are bars. Well, I mean maybe
Why?
one is, but not the
Yeah,
pirate
maybe
bar.
one is. We have to go find that one.
But this is
This one's BYOB, and you know that's fine. But I'm running kind of low now.
Well, have you ever run into these creatures before? Any of you in your?
You guys hear out from the hallway rapid footsteps and a voice going, "Oh shit! He'll probably say, "Oh studs! Oh crikey!" You hear like footsteps running. Someone
Oh,
moving
that's
about.
gotta be some other party goer if that's the case. Hello?
I don't think there's any friendly things here.
Those footsteps.
So they might know where the bot is.
Those footsteps you suddenly don't hear any longer. You hear kind of like various rustling, but then you do hear an odd, repeating rhythm. You hear a heavy step, and it's like a thud, and then a thud, 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 thud.
Let's.
Out in the hall. It's very loud. You're not really sure exactly how close.
And this is the hall that we came from.
So yeah, you guys are just like in this 5-walled room.
Yeah.
And there's like it's from outside those iron doors you entered.
All right.
Where you were
And there's
attacked.
no other way
my
out.
head. Poke my head.
You haven't seen any other doors in here, no. Jim?
I'm poking my head, through to peek, see what's
I love
there.
it. Jim, give me a look roll.
16. That is a hard success.
A hard success. With a hard success, Jim, you notice 2 things. One is that like a couple of little catacomb vestibules down, you see some like skulls that have been misplaced that weren't there before. There's a few like skulls like lying on the ground, like still almost rolling, like this. But that is not the main thing that like catches your attention, because the source of the sound, you look and you see coming down the hallway, sort of right towards this door, not the one you came down, one of the side halls. Thunk chick, thunk chick, thunk chick. It's the sound of a heavy tread and a peg leg, as an undead pirate with a vicious hooked hand and a massive sword and a chin beard and a cool hat and did I mention a peg leg, begins walking coolly down the hall. He seems to see you, and he points his sword right at you, Jim.
I'm closing the door. Silently closing the door.
You close the door. Love it.
But, what was that?
That was it was what is it? A cursed pirate? Undead? Skeleton
Is
pirate?
it my sister's ex?
I don't know. I don't know your sisters. Maybe.
Is he friendly?
He pointed a sword at me. I think it was real. So I don't think he's friendly.
That's a universal say for hello.
The iron
Very
doors
common.
suddenly as something pounds against them, and you hear a scraping as something's like trying to get onto the handle of them.
Is there anything?
Does this door open outward or inward?
Treason
we are now.
said she kicked it in, so we'll say that it opens in.
All right, just gonna put something heavy in front of the door, like a chair or something, if we
Find
can.
make a luck roll to see if you find a heavy thing to drag in front of the chair.
95. I do not.
You don't see anything. No, it looks like that table on the other side is either too heavy to pull. There's no good way of bracing.
You got any magic locks?
I could attempt to seal the door, but there isn't another way out of this room.
There's always another way out, right?
No.
Is this actually a
about that
real
way?
catacomb? Huh.
If the birds are flying up there, that means they have to get out somehow. We just have to go that way.
I think they probably came from the same place we did.
No, if the birds are flying up there, that means they have to fly out to the sky above us. That's how birds
Take a-
work. They're not gonna go through what bird would go through a tunnel, mate? They would go
Yours.
up to the sky.
Literally yours that
Didn't
you
yours
brought
literally
down.
fly through a tunnel to push the guy off a cliff?
Yeah, but that's the way he came, because he came with us. But if he came here naturally, he would come from above down, because they're from the sky. Because birds are from the sky.
Birds are from the sky. That is correct.
Above you, in a sound none of you can understand, in like a squeaking sonar language only known to birds, or only known to bats rather, one bat says to another, "Is this lady think we're birds?" The other one says, "Man, I don't know. Minifigures, am I right?"
Okay.
What
All
are you
right,
guys
so
heard was-
I'm gonna pull up my smartphone and see does have any advice. Anyone else get chased by some sort of skeleton? Do I have signal?
So
down
are you
here?
guys like blocking the door for at present? You guys are like,
Right
Yeah.
now, I'm just leaning
Yeah.
in front of the door so it doesn't get pushed in. Someone help me.
I'll put my strength up against there too with you.
I'll say
Okay.
that for now, you guys could be blocking the door.
Okay,
Alright,
look
okay.
for another way out.
Sure, Dr. Holden.
Look
Thane.
up.
You may try to seek another passage out of this chamber. Go ahead and
Investigate.
I'm trying to let you. Why don't you operate your equipment? If you let your scanner do the scanning, this is
Right.
less science and more like fiddling with the settings. So I say that can be operate equipment because you're like
23. So hard success.
hard success. With a hard success, your scans do reveal where the stone is not totally solid, and there actually are two areas in this chamber aside from the door that Jim and Treason are currently blocking, where the stone sort of does have some more thinness. One is on one of the far walls back there. It appears that the stone is much thinner there, is not super thick, so perhaps that indicates there's a secret passage. And similarly, the stone under the pentagram in the floor, and you do see some seams in the stone there as well, so perhaps there is some kind of trapdoor. What that leads to may not be a safe haven, but those are ways out of this room. Those are passages out of this room, not from the current door that a zombie pirate captain is going dong scrape.
I will go to the wall first.
Go to the wall. Great. This would be an investigate.
Uh, 57. Regular.
57. With a regular success, you become confident as you are knocking against it that there is some secret passage in this wall, but you haven't found a latch or anything for it. So you guys could try to brute force your way through the stone, or you could ask someone else to come try to find the
I'll call
trigger.
Dillian over.
This
I think there's another passage through here.
oh fascinating. Let me take a look then.
The eye should help find.
I love it. Philion, go ahead and do a look with your bionic eye.
As we push against the door,
Yeah,
I'm just
Tracy
gonna
and
yell
Jim are
I'm just gonna be Scurvy Joe, if that's you on the other side, you owe me so much money for my sister.
So wait, Scurvy, and just so I understand, was Scurvy Joe
I called him Scurvy Joe.
a vampire, or Scurvy Joe is just a weird guy? You're just not sure. This is just treason stuff.
Based on the description of a vampire given to her, she
I
thinks
see.
her sister's ex is a vampire. Could he have been a real vampire? Sure.
So
But she doesn't-
I think what you're saying is we're not going to know what was going on until we talk to Quill. This
Oh,
will
yeah.
not be clear until Quill clarifies.
Gotta rely on the bird.
Not a vampire, just a scrub. Okay.
I love playing dumb.
I will spend 3 luck to make it an extreme success.
An extreme look.
Whoa.
Scanning Philion, your bionic eye, and Guys, did I think about calling it a bionicle eye? Of course I did. But your bionic eye, that's too much of a different thing. You are seeing little like seams in the floor, and you actually notice not only a seam in the wall that is very thin. It's only like point. It would be measured in. It looks like it's measured in magics. Its thickness. It's like magic. Like magic square. You're not sure what that is, but there's like a little seam in the thing.
Meta
like,
magic.
aha. And as you, it's meta magics. As you look through, though, you notice a small raised indentation, like along the wall, toward one of the bas-relief pictures of a bat, almost as if there is some kind of mechanism hidden behind the masonry, very subtle, but you can just tell with your bionicle eye a minor variation in the distance, and you think that perhaps pressing that bat would cause a passage to swing open.
Oh, walk over and press it.
Understood. You do. And guess what? A passage swings open, revealing a dark tunnel. Something that no bird would fly in when it wants to go to the sky.
So, that's good. The other
Flies
thing I
up.
thought might happen is that the chamber might fill with fire.
Oh,
It was gonna solve our problem one way or the other.
yeah, but let's maybe if you
Because we
think
would have
someone's gonna
gone
fill,
up to where the birds go.
Well, I don't have a way up there though.
can you fly?
Fly? Don't you have magic? You could just make us all fly.
You want me to
Like
make
the
you fly?
birds.
You want me to cast a spell on you?
No, let's
I'll make you fly right now.
maybe just lock that door.
Okay.
Can I cast like an arcane lock spell?
Yes,
sometime?
that will take some power to do.
Sure.
If you'd like to, but I think make a magic, and I think expend 2 power. It's a
2 power?
second level spell, guys. There's not a hard and fast rule for this. I'm just kind of
All
Can't
right.
you cast power word kill on this
Hopefully
thing?
this,
Like 9
uh,
power,
spell
right?
9 power. Why not?
Hopefully this passageway lets us out.
So that is a 3.
A
So that
3.
is a 3.
I'm very good at shutting people out.
Excellent.
I'm pretty sure that's what wife number 2 would say, right?
Yes, you.
She didn't say much actually.
You so basically
she
yes, you
died?
cast this, and suddenly Treason and Jim, you see this like energy, kind of this magical shimmering energy, cover across the door, and you see Philian. What kind? Like, do you want it to be like a padlock? What is the shape of the lock that forms? The sort of magical lock that forms in place.
Oh, yeah. I think it is a padlock. I think like some chains like crisscross, and then like a lock appears on top of it.
Perfect. So the door is
To
very
me, does that
sealed.
look like actual magic, or does that look like, I don't know, CGI or something like that happened in real time?
It looks like CGI that just happened in real time, which is what
Oh.
magic would look like.
I suppose. Wow.
Well,
Huh.
I believe technically it's LGI.
It's not because I don't. I do
I
have.
didn't think you could fix it in post in real life, but there we go. Okay. Anyway, we're escaping from this madman with a sword.
Well, you know,
Pretty sure it's Scourge.
Well, I don't know what his emotional state is.
we probably should have
if
actually
you run at
checked.
someone with a sword, you must be pretty mad at that person, right?
I don't know. Treason seems pretty mellow actually.
It's pretty normal. Like it in my experience, it's just another way of saying hello.
It's not very spectacular.
Oh, is that why? Was that just a very friendly hello on your face? Is that how that happened?
This was more of like a kiss.
Ah.
Huh.
So how many
All right.
husbands have you had, Treason?
Husbands, absolutely none. I am not the marrying type of girl.
Oh. Because if that's I guess that's probably fair. Because if that's a kiss, going beyond a kiss seems very deadly.
All right, let's escape from this madman. All right, through the door.
First base is a scar. Second base is losing a limb. Third base is dismemberment. Fourth base is beheading. Okay. So, are you guys going into the passage?
I am.
Yeah. We probably should have checked this passage out before walking our way behind. but-
I'm not checking regardless. So even if you
guys
told me to stop, I'm
move.
getting with
I
the
can
sword.
unlock it.
The passage. Going through. Ooh. Which one of you has the worst luck? I want to be mean about this. This is a group luck
Right now I have
situation.
71. So
It's definitely not me.
I have 67.
Oh, it's me now.
It's you or Pierce.
why don't you have two
Actually,
more
this
left?
makes sense because you're the ones who found it. Even though Pierce has the lowest, I think we'll have Dr. Holden Thane do this because Dr. Holden Thane is the one who sort of came up with this, suggested this plan. So Dr. Holden Thane, please make a luck roll. Let's see how unoccupied this passage is.
87. Fail.
Great. So, as you guys head through this passage, you emerge. You hear the sound of running water, and you emerge seeing stalactites and stalagmites.
Both?
Both.
Unheard of.
A naturally occurring cavern, unlike the worked stone you've been going through. But on this side of the running water, up above you,
Oh,
you also see, hanging from above, I wish I had more of them, you see 5 of these things. They are all currently, I can't really do it with their arms, but like their bat arms are like crossed around them like this. And they're all making very weird, like even though they don't need to breathe, they're still kind of going.
Are they sleeping?
They're snoring.
small bird people.
I don't think they've seen us.
We're very
Small
quiet.
bird people.
It's very quiet.
Yes.
I wonder where the sky is in here.
It's,
I'm sure it's not up. It might be sideways. Sometimes the weight of the sky is left and right, not up and down.
No, it's always up.
it's
Well, the sky
Sky
is always
up.
up. The sky is always up. But sometimes the way the sky is not up.
I don't even know what to do with this conversation.
I'm sneaking past. I'm ignoring them and sneaking past these things.
All right, so Jim, please make a sneak roll. Go to your coordination.
All right. 38. Normal success.
You begin to sneak
I will.
across this passage. You're coming to where that water is running, and you sort of get there, and it's like it's you know with you're not sure if you want to hop over or kind of walk through the water, but you just kind of go across, and the one of them maybe like stirs slightly, and it's undead. It doesn't move, and Jim, you've made it across to the other side where you see like the cavern continuing out. Of course, somebody has some. You're probably using your phone light source in here because this is super dark.
I will try to follow quietly behind.
I love it.
Do we all?
That's
we
a
all
fail.
Take one. Oh,
Unfortunately.
It's a 94.
Oh boy. What's your sneak value?
75.
Okay, even so. So Dr. Holden Thane begins to go in, and things
So
are going.
just trying
well.
to explain the sky thing.
And I'll say that Dr. Holden Thane reaches the water, and he's like, I'm trying to do it, but it's when Treason, whatever the craziest thing Treason said about where the sky is, that's when Dr. Holden Thane turns around and his boot goes into the water with the loudest splash, and
Shit.
and as you do that, we'll say that this was also a failing of the stuff. As you splash, a rather loud alert sounds on your suit and says, "Warning, water detected, seal unclosed. Warning, water detected, seal not closed." Just echoing through the cavern. And above your head, 5 of these look down and see creatures below them. And off that beat, we're going to cut back to the door where evil, wicked sword finally gets between the iron door and tries to cut down. Can it cut through a magical thing in one go? Probably not, but if I roll like really low, it will.
1.
I didn't roll a 1. I rolled a 35,
Oh.
which means
Bubble.
it's okay. So what we'll say is that Fillion's lock on the other side, like as we see through the door, like the shining magical lock, we see the sword finally beginning to saw through it, and like magical energy's going because this sword is also magic. So eventually it might get through, but for now it's locked. But from the vestibule behind, Mr. Mutt pokes out his head where he hid, where Jim saw where he had jumped into it, but he looks at this thing and goes, "This is gonna be a problem. Because I might have made the wrong decision unleashing this thing, because, well, now I can't get where I was trying to go in there, so... or I might need to rethink this. Oh dear." And he kind of just Homer Simpson's back into his vestibule. And that is where we'll end tonight's session. Ooh, bat attack. Nice work,
Bird.
everyone.
It's a real birdemic.
It's a real birdemic. According to Trees and Steel, this is a real birdemic situation.
Do you think like birds have their own type of scurvy? So it's like it's like a bird scurvy disease that gets spread around, makes everybody sick.
What, Burvy?
Or like a.
These-
Like I mean, it's possible. I
Yes,
would
it's,
advise you in any case not to get bitten by any of these things.
it's called bird flu, and these don't have it. They've got much worse.
No, but that bird just flew, and
Wait.
that's why they're perched up there.
They're arguing now while they're flying at us.
I do love the idea of like this just conversation happening. Like, oh, it's okay. Well, these bird people are weird. Well, thank you.
But
for,
the birds already flew, so it can't be a bird flu.
It's like one of those comics
Oh,
where
no.
something's happening in real time, and there's one panel,
me.
just one long paragraph while something's falling at them.
Can Treason give herself a kiss on the tongue so she can't keep saying this stuff?
Never gotten to play dumb before, and I love it so much.
Treason's like, that's called French kissing. Okay, so well, everyone, that was delightful. Boy, this theme party, they are up to some adventures.
We're still looking for the party.
Still looking for the party, but you did find an interesting chamber, and some stuff in there, and there's some fun adventures to be had. And you guys are, I will say, like, as you should be, you're pretty good, like when like in a fight or stuff. But then knowing why you're doing things, you're just here to have a party. So this was delightful. We will see you next week for more theme party fun. As I won't be able to get more of these because these are from like this is like a composite of expensive different parts. So sorry, but
They're so cute.
they're good. But I'll have one that can attack. And we'll be back with this game to see what happens to them in chapter 4. Really fun stuff, guys. But we have other games in this channel. On Wednesday, we are back with Lost Lore Academia. Finally, after fall starts, we will have the students back. Some of them may have hockey practice that has them show up late, but that's totally fine.
Maintain that scholarship.
Gotta make.
I mean, as cool as it is to be summoning characters out of fiction, you guys have. They never lose when you're there. Isn't that what that roll you made meant that time? One time Kevin was like, "Can I roll to see if we're undefeated when I actually am at the games?" And they were, and I have to say, I
Dan
think
was challenging.
yeah, Dan was very upset by your roll there because he was like, well, okay, yeah. So join us for that on Wednesday. Very excited. We'll sort of see what there are. I think 13, 14 characters they can summon now. It's preposterous. So many Mistwalkers. You know what's fun is
More
KJ gets to
importantly-
have all those Mistwalkers on her character sheet. There will be an it's like here you go. Here's everything you could possibly do in the game, and then she'll be like, I can't use any of this. It's too complicated. I'm just gonna do my one thing. And I know that of course, I know that DJ3 is ready for all the performers in the world. That's the plan.
We got 2 power converters ready to go.
Do you want to see those power converters now? Should I give you a preview of that since you might not be here when they're summoned? Can I do that, guys? Is that okay? It's
Hey,
on
how's the
it's on
Stone Man
Lego
looking?
brand. I'll be right back.
Stone Man. Yeah, there's lots to be summoned.
All right. So these characters
close to
might not be
Wildorado
summoned, but this is
also.
just in honor of this. This is a preview for the thing. I would like you guys to see the one and only upright bass resonator player, Champ Comet.
Yeah.
He's the Corellian. If you notice, he's wearing a Corellian vest because
Yeah.
that's his vibe.
Yep.
And he plays this, and he does the songs like a boom 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 boom. Hey, Corella Billy music coming around. Oh, Corella Billy music coming around. I'm
Is he
coming
the leader?
coming around. We're gonna do a song, baby, come around. But
Yeah, we didn't have a musical number by the Commodore tonight.
I know the Commodore. With Commodore, whenever we see the Commodore, there'll be a musical number. But you also have summoned Psycho Hoot. You ready to see the Skrilling Psycho Hoot? This was the closest I could do to Skrilling with what I had on hand.
Yes.
Psycho Hoot looks super normal. I think Psycho Hoot may be too dark to. This will be a hard one.
Hey, that is a common problem.
Well, damn it. I might have to make a picture of Psycho Hoot for everyone. How is it?
Yes.
Oh, here we go. I might have it here.
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
about to get my glasses.
A
So
boom, boom,
like,
boom,
Those
boom,
are
boom,
still
boom,
boy.
boom, boom,
I don't
boom,
think
boom,
that'll
getting
boom,
closer
boom,
and
boom,
closer.
boom, 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 boom,
those
boom.
bananas? Are those bananas in his hand?
One thing is like a now it's focused great. One is a sausage that I'm saying is part of the jet organ that it's playing on itself, and then the other is I don't know. They're parts of its instrument.
Okay. It looks like 2 bananas.
Yeah, they're
I should
Who's
be
to
wearing
say?
my glasses.
I don't think that would help.
that's Psycho.
I don't
Hoot.
think it'll help. Yeah,
So there you
at
go.
this
That's
point.
Champ Comet and Psycho Hoot. They could be summoned. We'll see
And
if they
Beats
are.
is not far behind.
Beats is not far behind. Then I think Uteen is going to take a minute. I have them built as well. I have them built. I have all of the people built. I also have armament built.
And the Stone Man.
I really should. God damn it! I should make the Stone Man better by Wednesday. Ugh. Never improve the Stone Man. Anyway, join us on Wednesday for that fun. For more Lost Lore Academia, when your summer of hard work will finally pay off in the form of a bunch of NPCs who will never appear again. And then on Friday, guys, this Friday we have a very special Blood from a Stone. It is October, Friday the 13th. So it's Friday the 13th in the most haunted month of October. And it is a multiple of 13 episode. It is chapter 117. So that's a lot of stars aligning. We're going to have some special stuff for this one. It's a very, very special game. I think we revealed that this one is actually taking place in the Proto-Main. Ooh, what does that even mean? For you guys, nothing, but for viewers, it means a little thing. So come check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun. We may have some other additional stuff going on at that one. Going to be weird. Then on Sunday, we have Strange Lore, our 1940s, like office game.
Office simulator now.
Office simulator that sometimes has a sci-fi component, but typically is just. Sometimes we play the story there, like writing in the office, but recently it's just been them going for ice cream and running away from exes. So it's been great. So please join us for all of that. Then a week from Sunday, we'll be back with Here Be Dragons. On other Wednesdays, we'll have Top Flight, we'll have Formation Nation, all sorts of fun stuff. Just go to our Discord and we tell you what's going when. It's also on our Instagram. Go to our YouTube to see our
we did
old
in the past.
episodes. Go to our wiki to see about the shows and systems and players. Also go to our About page to find out about the players here. They all do such cool stuff online. Follow all their stuff. If they have a little handle, you can follow them here. If they don't, leave them alone. Leave Kevin alone, internet.
I've been saying that for years.
Been saying that for years. He will get you the Doug book when it's ready, okay?
When it's ready.
I need that Doug book now.
If you
Kevin.
can wait
don't
for George R.R.
understand.
Martin, you can
Kevin-
wait for Kevin's Doug book.
Kevin,
Can't
did I
wait for either
ever?
people.
Kevin, did I ever tell you what the character was that I played for the one shot? For
No.
Patrick Tiberius Mayo.
Oh yeah.
Just Pat T Mayo.
You know what happened
See,
to that?
now I gotta.
You know what happened to that character who is in the real world of your Lost Star Academia game?
What happened?
The
Maybe you'll
purple.
find out Wednesday. Maybe you'll be able to report it to you guys on Wednesday.
See, now I have to write a whole book on that.
It rhymes
take
with
this thing
it
longer.
rhymes with fried. He fried. He
Oh, he
actually
tried.
fried.
Yeah. I tried. I lied.
Well, he tried and he didn't lie. He
Tried?
tried and then he died.
I
What
did
episode?
try.
What episode did he die? And when did he change his hair? So everybody, thank you so much. This was delightful. Follow everyone and all their cool stuff they do. Does anyone want to plug anything specific, other than just follow their Twitches and Instas and Threads? And I know everyone here posts on Threads constantly, so you got to read all their threads.
I mean,
Stop trying to make Threads happen.
It's funny because it erupted for a day.
Yep.
It has a chance if Elon Musk keeps trying to, do his Twitter thing, but
No, I think more likely it's just Blue Sky now. I think it's Blue Sky now.
I don't know what that is.
Someone who used to work at Twitter just remade Twitter with a different name.
There you go.
And it's harder to get into, and there's no Nazis there. Anyway, yeah, I guess watch me play games occasionally. I say I'll do it all the time, and then I haven't lately. But theoretically Wednesday, I will be back playing some God of War Ragnarok. I think Friday I might start a horror game since we're in October.
It's the month for it.
Yeah. And then Sundays I read Animorph books and usually cry. So
There you go.
and that's Pierce Likes Things.
Sophia says you're turning into Lauren.
Never accuse me of that.
Wow.
Never accuse me of that.
The amount of offense you're taking is actually more
Wow.
offensive than the comment. Everybody, it's no. The listen. I understand. Okay. The problem, Galanorian Saber, is Galanorian Saber just asked, "Is Blue Sky where all the bats are?" And honestly, the problem is I don't know what you mean, or the birds. Oh my
No,
god,
he
I
said
can't.
birds.
It's
Birds.
over, guys.
It's where the
guys,
birds are.
guys. Good night. Keep the party going. Bye bye. We're done.